exorcism there, Tyler?
All was going great until Alex finally showed up at home, and she heard him and wanted absolutely nothing left to do with me.
Yeah, I mean, you never have a second priest enter during an exorcism. They throw off the focus. It's bad juju. I was uh I was a stay-at-home dad for like 9 months for my firstborn.
Oh, really?
Yep, me and him had an understanding. He had a nap time and he had a bedtime, and I had noise canceling headphones. His nap time was 2 hours. What you did during that time between you and the wall, bro. You can cry the whole time. I don't care. His mom used to get so mad at me. She's like, "How do you get him? He just goes to sleep. He stops crying after like 5 minutes because he knows he's gonna break your ass." I don't even know he's crying. I'm fucking 6 levels deep into a video game with noise canceling headphones.
Hey guys.
Morning.
Indeed.
Yeah, I all I do is sing "You Are My Sunshine" like 30 times in a row.
Yeah.
Let's just say I'm no Shania Twain.
Let's see. Ambrose, you have 2 hellish resistances. I'm taking one of those away.
No. Don't forget your
Uh,
inspirations.
Oh, right.
His blade song is temporary, correct? It's Oros, but
Yeah, it has I think a minute duration.
that's what I thought. So I'm getting rid of expiring effects.
Might be 10 minutes.
Oh, true.
Might be. Alrighty, happy people. So we left off with the party exiting the Shadow Fell. One second, about to sneeze. Thought it'd be rude to sneeze in your ear. The party successfully went into the Shadowfell at a not comfortable way, going through the grave of a child that possibly got killed by its mother. Once you were in the Shadowfell, you discovered there was some unusualness going on, not the least of which the Brantifax family had a lot of issues. But once you got into there, you found a mausoleum in the Shadowfell that contained a strange sentience contained within a orb. It was activating creatures to fight, and you managed to kill the creatures and bind with the orb a little bit. Oro had some conversations with it, learned a little bit here, a little bit there, and then you guys exited the Shadowfell. We stopped there. There was some conversation of your plan, just some larger context. You had been hired by the Temple of Selune in the north side of the city. Specifically, it's from their temple called the Shard of the Moon. You have the handy dandy card for it, but if you hath lost that card, I will reshare it. This is kind of their available services, the High Priestess, and then the Shard of the Moon. The Shard of the Moon is primarily only accessible at night by that moonlight staircase, but there is a decent contingent of services on the ground. There, in the you were hired to investigate a mansion that had been abandoned before the city's troubles in a mostly still uninhabited portion of the city that was causing disruption as people were going through, especially when the work crews were trying to get in and out. So that is what you were doing. You successfully left the Shadowfell. You are now back in the prime material plane, specifically back in water. I'm sorry, Neverwinter. And we're going to start there. The party, I removed any effects. You're not in combat, anything like that. But it is right about sun up, right about dawn. So when you're ready, if you wish to discuss, you're more than welcome.
I do so many of our jobs involve dimensional travel.
I think that's because all the bad stuff comes from elsewhere.
Yeah, fair enough.
I don't know. There's a lot of
Yeah.
bad stuff in fucking our world.
Damn foreigners. Is that what you're saying?
I don't know, but they could probably stand to rebuild that wall just to the north of the.
If we can build a wall between us and the Shadow Realm, that would be helpful.
Is the portal closed now that we're back through it?
It is.
Well, that's good.
That doesn't mean it's going to stay closed. It is never. It is Neverwinter, but possible.
For now, the band-aid is holding.
Do we still do we feel the overwhelming urge to be assholes? No.
You do not. It has receded with the issues and the combat and the connection with the orb.
I wonder if we should check on the daughter's spirit upstairs.
A good idea.
Yeah. Yep. Lay that kid to rest.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that then, I guess.
All right.
So you go upstairs back into the house, and when you enter the room, you feel it is now devoid of anything, and interacting with any objects does not provoke the same reaction. The spirit has either been destroyed, moved on, or vacated the premises.
Nice. I feel better.
I wish we knew where her remains were so we could actually put her to rest.
Well, her father was
Because her
in,
coffin was empty.
Oh.
her father was in the well with his ghost.
Oh,
Perhaps
shit.
she's in this room somewhere.
I feel
Oh,
like she was
good
in the
idea.
Shadowfell and we got distracted by the fucking ghouls.
I mean, she could be in the shadow.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Well, we were
Well,
fighting
I'll-
for our fucking lives, so like,
Yeah,
shit happens.
unless she's hiding from us right now. Like, she's no longer here, so maybe she's like there's got to be an opposite to the Shadowfell, right?
I
Think
don't
it's
think
Feywild?
Feywild.
Oh, what's that?
The opposite of the Shadowfell. We just established that.
Okay, so it's just like a alternate realm of light and happiness.
I wouldn't
Well.
exactly say happiness, but
Or light.
Huh. Okay.
In any event,
it.
her spirit is no longer plaguing this house. For whatever reason.
I can't sense it at all.
You cannot. You don't sense anything. It is a normal room that is devoid of life of any kind.
Aside from us, right?
Correct.
Oh, goodness.
Surprise! You're still dead.
Something weird happened when you transferred over into the Shadowfell.
I suppose we should go and report our success.
Most certainly, yep.
All right. So you guys are pretty sleepy, but you make your way across the city to the Shard of the Moon. There are, as I said, still representatives and a presence on the ground for any, daytime needs. And as you approach, you are greeted, and a acolyte asks, "How can I help you?"
Is it the same acolyte that we went and asked last time? Was it a
No,
different guy?
no, different guy.
Alright. Let's see here. And we can't and it's daytime, we can't access the
Not
the
generally.
pondering.
They have a number of systems if you need it, but
Gotcha. Let me see, what was this guy's name? Uh-oh.
somebody left, came back.
Ah, there we go. Wind Schreier Stone. That took me forever to find, my goodness. Alright, yeah, Ambrose will say we had a task from Wind Schreier Stone and we completed it. We're here to report our success.
They ask you to stay here for a minute, and they leave, going into a nearby building. They're going for about 10 minutes, and the same representative, Windshire Stone, who hired you, exits the building and approaches. And he asks if you'd like to come inside. You appear to be a little worse for the journey, but uh, still all on the right side.
Yes,
Thank
please.
you. That would...
And he leads the way into a building, so the party, and into a small offset room, kind of like a little greeting room. There are numerous comfy chairs, and someone is setting out some breakfast foods and some drinks. And he asks if anybody is in need of any uh, medical care, anything like that.
Perhaps just some rest. Like a place to sleep.
He nods. He says, understandable. And he asks if you can update him. He had a message that you had came in the middle of the night, and he wanted to be sure to be down here in the day for you if you finished your mission.
Yes, well, we ended up finding, I guess what you would call a portal to what we believe to be the Shadowfell, and the source of, I guess, great distress in that area. We just wanted to update you as to what was happening. But we went through and we seemingly solved the issue. Or so we hope, anyways. One can never be too sure with the Shadowfell.
He asks, what was the cause?
There were spirits or
Someone was tampering in some way. Be it a undead or a necromancer of some sort, but they were tampering in some way, and somehow that opened up a rift that was allowing, this negative energy to flow into our reality.
Are we purposefully lying to this guy?
No, why?
Because
Like
not at all.
Not at all.
What was happening?
Did you tell anybody what the? But did you tell anybody but what the orb did?
I told everybody what the orb did.
Oh, okay, I'm forgetting then. Okay, so cut me off and
Bit a
explain
bit.
it better.
Yeah, like Rhiannon has the orb. Like she's been talking to the guy now.
Okay. Do you guys just tell the whole story?
oh yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. As you tell him, he seems obviously very interested in the orb, and he kind of listens to your story. And he tells you that it is an unusual artifact. He asks if you would be willing to, as it is yours, entrust it to the shard for at least a day or two for them to conduct some investigations.
What is the what does the orb resident want?
The orb resident is again in a state of, I'm not going to say total passivity, but it's definitely mollified. But it is also going through pretty significant bouts of chaos in incomprehensibility between the occasional lucidity, but the lucidity is so short lived you can't get a sense. It is disjointed, and it does have flashes of rage and wrath. It doesn't seem to be coherent enough to understand and comprehend.
If I may, on top of all of this, is there potentially a way to go about seeing if there's a way to bring the body back of the child? Because I think part of the problem is that she was removed from this earth and brought to the Shadowfell.
After you fully explain this circumstance, they actually have a team that works with the city to recover bodies from people who died, from the ruins. And if you take a look at, I'm going to send you a map. I know you already have it, but I keep it up. Sorry, there we go. I accidentally clicked stop sharing, so apologies if it popped up in a different setting. So if you look, even on this side of the city that's the more developed, there's still buildings that are uninhabited. The ones without roofs are the uninhabited ones. So they are still trying to reclaim the city. It is a years-long affair. They have a team that he already intends to dispatch to look at recovering and sanctifying the area banishing anything that needs banished. So he doesn't think they're going to be able to just recreate a body. The only source of magic that could do such a thing would require ripping the soul from its afterlife and crafting a body to put it into, and it's extremely powerful magic that this young girl's life, tortured as it was, has ended in this realm, and she has, thanks to you, moved on. But they do plan to sanctify and cleanse the area.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't really looking for like bringing her back. It was more just like returning her body to maybe not her grave, but like a grave that we can. But if that's not possible, then that's fine.
They're going to look, but they can only do so much.
Yeah, that's fair. Do you mind if I excuse myself to the chapel?
Not at all. He tells you there is a ground level chapel for Selune, and he gives you directions. But if you have one of your own,
Sorry, I missed that last part.
if you have one of your own for your own worship, he just wanted you. They have an agnostic kind of private space nearby
Oh,
as
I
well.
see. No, I'll go to the Temple of Selene.
All right, Oro, would you be willing to turn it over? He tells you their only intention is to ascertain.
I don't have it.
the-
Rihanna has it.
Oh well, then
Yeah, I would have
before you-
turned it over. Actually, what I have? I don't know.
You said you had it.
Oh, I have it. I have it. Do I give it to him though?
I don't care.
Why wouldn't you?
Their intention is to ascertain what is trapped inside. Is it a mortal soul? Is it a outsider, meaning a spirit from non from outside of the mortal plane? And then maybe investigate the effects of the orb so that it's not roaming around the city releasing demons or devils or Lord knows what.
Okay. So then, yeah, I'll hand it over to him and just say, like, obviously this is all before I left, but if if anything comes of this or there's anything I can do to help, please let me know. I feel like I have a responsibility to whatever this is.
He gives a nod and says he understands and he will let you know. All right. So he makes the services of the temple available to anybody if you have any long-lasting effects, lingering impact from your journey to the Shadowfell. Do you happen to have notes there, Ambrose, about the agreed upon payment?
Let's find out. I hope so.
One would hope so.
All the money.
Yeah, it says here all the money.
Oh, we'll have
I
to go
do
off
have
my
a
memory
minor.
then.
With the max 3 or the -3 max HP that I took from the Vessel of Wrath, would that be reversed from?
They can reverse it with it. He can cast a spell called Lesser Restoration and erase that.
Sick. All right, yeah, that would be great.
Looks like I
So
did not write down anything about the reward for some reason. Thank you, past me.
So he will send over the reward. I have it in my notes. I'm not gonna shortchange you guys. Although the new young lady in my in-person D&D game went out of her way to openly state in our last game that she doesn't trust anything I say.
That's smart.
That's fair.
Wise
That's
girl.
very wise of her.
It's an interesting group as I'm pulling. I'm pulling it up. That's why I'm talking about something else. It's an interesting group for sure. Eddie's the neutral one.
I tend to stay that route.
Meanwhile, the fucking druid and the rogue are just fucking sadistic fucks.
They know
Always.
there's no they fear no consequences.
That or, yeah, I mean they give no
For now.
fucks. All right, so there are 6 of you, and the deal was 60 gold each, but he
Nice.
raises it to 100 gold each for the unexpected interplanar travel, and you can tell that the temple here is invested in rebuilding the city, and they're definitely more than happy to reward adventurers who are helping with that.
Nice.
If you want to manually add 100 gold each, that would just save us a little time.
I did. I did on mine anyway.
Yeah, same.
Is
I was
this
gonna say,
Done.
the guy that Rhiannon and Ambrose talked to when they came back?
no,
No.
that was actually just a low-level acolyte who is no longer on duty. He was an
He
unnamed
was
one,
working the night shift.
but you know his name. I just didn't give you one. If you would prefer and you would like to communicate a message, Win can do that.
My portion of payment, when everybody gets theirs, I'll pull the priest aside and just hand him the money back and say, for the church.
He nods and pushes it back towards you, and he says the church is more than properly prepared and taken care of. It is better served by the people if you take the reward and better prepare yourself for the trials and tribulations that the church and the city will need help addressing. The church has no shortage of benefactors.
Okay.
He doesn't need your piddly 100 gold.
Hey, listen here.
All right, so I'm going to apply a long rest just to kind of wipe out any issues. It's going to be roughly 2 days before you hear anything from the church. That's how long it's going to take for them to do any and all of their investigation, things of that nature. Now, with that having been said, it isn't long enough to do downtime activities. What it is long enough to do is for the party to do any type of shopping you guys would like to do, anything like that. So we're going to take just a short amount of time for the party to do exactly that. So if anybody has anything they want to shop, the player's handbook, in terms of magic items, if it's common, probably you'll be able to find it pretty quickly. Otherwise, it's going to have to be a downtime activity. As a note, if you are looking for a magic item and you really need it and you can't easily find it, you can hire an agent for an increase.
What about a +1 like studded leather armor?
That is definitely quite a distance from common, but
Is it +1 studded leather?
oh yeah.
What is it?
Let me pull it up and get you
Uncommon, I think.
Well,
Is it
armor is always one step higher than,
Oh yeah, it's uncommon. There it is, right there.
but yeah, it
My bad.
ain't no biggie. You can still get that if you were
wait.
looking.
You can get armor of gleaming. That makes it never get dirty.
I mean, who doesn't love that?
So +1 studded leather is what you're looking at.
Yeah, just checking.
+1 armor is rare, not uncommon.
Oh really?
Correct. +1 weapons are uncommon.
Mm,
So weapons are more common than armor. So a +1 weapon will be uncommon, a +1 armor will be rare, +2 weapon will be rare, +2 armor will be very rare.
Good to know.
you could also get a cloak of billowing.
I mean,
You can make it billow as a
Also-
bonus action,
also, who doesn't love that?
right?
Gleaming
how
and
much-
billowing.
How much would a common magic item run us, by the way?
It depends on what you roll, but if you are
But like,
looking to buy it from,
what's the range typically?
I'll pull that up for you right this second. It's about a couple clicks away, but it's coming up now. So a common magic item, you're looking at 2 to 700, or I'm sorry, 20 to 70 gold ish.
Okay.
Worst case scenario, it's 70.
It's not bad at all. Oh, here's another one. Smoldering armor. Wisps of harmless, odorless smoke rise from the armor while it is worn.
Meh.
It's the evil guy armor.
Yeah. Or the tiefling armor.
It's the edgy darkness armor.
Yeah.
All right. So, is there anything that anybody specifically wants to do in the 2 days interim? I applied, I think, one long rest. I'm going to apply a second one.
Did you get me a number?
I didn't. I didn't hear you ask for a number. What are you looking for? You had to repeat that. I'm sorry.
The studded leather armor? Or is it just
Oh,
a no?
it's a no. It's a no.
Okay. I didn't hear that it was just a flat no.
If it's common, if it's a common magic item, you can find it.
I heard a lot of stuff, but not like a flat no.
So if it's not common, you can't find it unless you spend
Okay.
a downtime activity, or if you
Okay.
want to hire an agent, you can do that now.
Gotcha. Okay, I didn't hear like a flat no. I just heard a lot of random stuff, but not like a. Okay.
If possible, I'd like to keep my eye out for a necklace of prayer beads.
Okay.
I know it's a rare item, but there's also like variances that are uncommon and like very rare. So if I can find something, I don't care what, but I'd like
Okay.
to find something.
So when you say keep an eye out, are you saying you're wanting to keep an eye out as in during your next downtime activity, you want to do it? Or are you saying you want to actually use like an agent to find one?
No, I'm gonna keep the money because I'm assuming it's gonna cost me quite a bit of money to pay for. So during my next downtime activity, while I'm wandering the city, I'll find shops and stuff and look for it myself.
Duly noted.
All right. I'm gonna buy just regular studded leather armor then.
Okay. So here, easy to find, price in the player's handbook. You should be able to just drag it over. I'll let you manage that on your own. Is anybody else wanting to buy anything?
Yeah, I think Ambrose is gonna buy some splint mail. I believe that's 200 gold. Big money.
Big money, no whammy, no whammy. And you guys do have room and board in the House of Knowledge as well. Bear that in mind. But of course, if you desire to stay at an actual upscale establishment, you can. What that means is you have no maintenance lifestyle costs unless you choose them. But bear in mind also that the lifestyle costs in the House of Knowledge are not extravagant. Depending on what kind of life you want to live, the lifestyle costs, I believe, start at squalor, or I'm sorry, wretched, which is free, up to aristocratic. The House of Knowledge is somewhere around poor. Simple food, lodgings, bed. It's not unpleasant. It's not extremely unpleasant, anyways. Kind of an open room with all the people there, but get what you can get.
What are scrolls? Spelled scrolls. Uncommon. You said up to common or uncommon?
Up to common, because you only have 2 days, so you can just find it sitting around, basically.
Okay, so up just first level. Okay, never mind. I found it.
I think I'm good.
I think I'm all right. I can't really think of anything to really buy, personally.
I think I'm good as well.
More booze.
I got lots of booze. But yeah, I could always load up on booze. Wait, no, I have the alchemy jug now. I think I'm good for like fucking.
Yeah, I thought you had infinite boost.
Yeah. Not
Forgot about the
infinite,
alchemy
but
jug.
I have a lot. I can start chugging mayonnaise.
Ugh.
4 gallons of beer. That's a lot
no,
of beer.
no. We don't do mayonnaise. Not in this group.
But what if we want sandwiches?
You do mustard or something.
Eddie is
Yeah, but
scarred for mayonnaise.
mayonnaise has got like a nice tangy, sweet taste, you know? Mustard just doesn't cut it sometimes.
Doesn't cut
Fuck
the
Dang.
mustard.
off with mayo. It's not tangy. Miracle Whip is tangy.
It's the same fucking thing, dude.
Miracle
It's
Whip is
Nah,
fucking
nah,
mayonnaise.
he's right. He's
Well,
right.
it's
It's
fake
not. It's
mayonnaise.
not. Regular ass mayonnaise is just
Jank.
eggs.
There is a player in our Tuesday group who uses his alchemy jug daily to produce a gallon of mayonnaise, and that's what he eats.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Gross.
I don't think that works that way.
It doesn't.
But it's fun for the plot, you know?
No, like I just don't think you could survive on just mayonnaise.
No, he probably puts it on sandwiches.
I get the impression it's like he's eating peanut butter with his fingers, but it's mayonnaise.
Yep. That's exactly what he does. He just
Oh
puts
my
his
God.
he puts his fairy little fingers in the jar and just
Very
scoops it
little
out by the hands. He's a
So-
fairy.
Oh, it's
He
funny.
also he also shares it with tries to share it with others, and when they kill things that are humanoid, he cuts their fingers off and stores the digits in his mayonnaise for later devouring.
Oh,
Gross.
the
That's
fuck?
fucking disgusting.
Yeah, that's not okay.
No,
Yeah,
okay,
let
now we
mayonnaise go
now we
fucking
kind of
rancid.
twisted and turned.
Now I think he can survive off it.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's got what it takes.
Now he's got the protein.
It's
Yeah.
a unique party, that's for sure.
No
I also
fucking
like
kidding.
how,
Jeez Louise.
Like, once it produces a liquid, that's all it can produce for that day. Sweet. Used up on mayonnaise.
Oh, his favorite weapon? Wand of Wonder.
The heck is
He
that?
has Wand of Wonder is a wand that you aim and trigger and roll on a table of 100 potential choices, some good,
Oh,
some
Jesus.
bad, some not. Anything useful at all, and he uses it in battle, in big battles.
Yeah, much to our
That's
chagrin.
commitment to the bit.
He's used it in the middle. He used it in the middle of a fight that they won with over half the party making death saves, and caused the enemy that was essentially curb stomping them to grow vines and do nothing else. And then he used it again and created a unicorn that fled the area. In the latest fight,
Epic.
I think they're level 11. He used it in a boss battle and struck two party members with a lightning bolt.
Oops.
He hit the enemy as well, but then he turns around and actually does something super useful, like in the last fight that actually saved the party. So like he does just enough to meet the threshold of useful, and then everything past that is just fucking shenanigans.
Incredible.
Getting shenanigans.
And his argument is valid, sort of. Fairies eating humanoid fingers is not cannibalism.
True.
Yeah, I guess
But
technically. All right.
yeah, back to our game. Everybody has managed those things. Does anybody else want to buy anything?
I'm good.
I think I'm good.
All right.
I'm pretty much good.
So after 2 days, again, it's not long enough to be a downtime activity. It's more just a recuperation period, a little bit of shopping, things of that nature. A messenger comes and requests a meeting with you from the Shard of the Moon, and the meeting request is at midnight.
Okay.
Okay.
That makes sense.
So you guys approach, and you are expected, and Wynn is actually waiting on you. And he takes you inside the Shard of the Moon. It is exceedingly beautiful. The luminescence from the moonlight is radiant all over the walls of the structure, and he kind of tells you a little bit, and you heard me talk about it just a bit when we were playing or when we started, but this actually was a temple to Selune, and it was lost to Shar's followers and moved out of Neverwinter, but moved back and reclaimed by Selune. But he takes you up into the Shard of the Moon, into a very large and spacious conference room with chairs, food, things of that nature, and he asks if you guys were able to take care of everything that you needed to.
Yes,
In
I
the
think
city,
so.
like the 2 days, he tried to not like rush things.
But yeah,
What have you found out about the orb?
So sitting actually in the middle of the table is the orb, and a elven female walks in, and he introduces her as one of the priestesses of Selune. Her name is Fascina. I'll spell it for you. And she was the one he turned the orb over to once they discovered the entity that was inside. Fascinia. I'm taking my notes as well.
Does that name sound familiar? Sorry.
I didn't steal it from anywhere, but in
No,
my prep
it's
work,
I must sound familiar, like similar to another name that we've heard, because my
I
brain
use
just went
random
like, yes, I
generators.
know what this is.
So the elven priestess makes her way over, and she introduces herself as well, and she tells you she is a specialist in the study of celestials. And she tells you they have learned that there is a fragment of a celestial mind trapped in this orb. The orb is not something the celestial was trapped inside of. She says that the celestial was fragmented during some type of disturbance, possibly the spell plague. They couldn't get the exact disturbance. It was fragmented, and it broke into numerous fragments, 3 specifically. Each fragment encased itself in a protective orb. So these orbs, she tells you, weren't something that a mortal trapped a celestial in. The orbs were created by the fragment of the celestial. Which is what you have here is the fragment of the celestial that composed of its righteous anger and wrath and defending the right and powers of its benefactor, its creator. She asks which one of you was able to communicate with it.
I was.
I,
Well as
I,
Rhiannon.
yes, I attempted to speak with it.
She nods and says, "You are blessed indeed, because it is not something that any average person even adventurer would be able to do. And she says they don't know what type of celestial it is. They don't know the name of the celestial. They simply know that it is a celestial. She asks if you are up for additional work from the shard.
I mean, always. For me, anyway. Sorry, not to step on anyone else's toes.
I
Whoever pays the
guess.
bills.
Fuck. Yep, source of money.
This works for me.
Slightly different responses, but she nods. They work with adventurers quite a bit. She tells you that this actually is a piece of a larger puzzle that they have been trying to figure out. She tells you there is another issue this shard has been trying to deal with outside of the city walls. There has been a book that was stolen from the library of the shard. The book was stolen, and it had to do with the far realm and summoning entities, and they tracked it down, but they have not been able to recover it. They know who stole it, and they dispatched a adventuring party to recover it, but they never returned. In the investigation, they did employ some magic from some of the more powerful resources available, and they were able to track down the second shard. The second shard is located in what they call the Delphi Mansion to the north. The confusing part for them has been, why would an acolyte who worked at the temple steal a book? She tells you the book is called the Celestial Codex. They couldn't figure out why he would steal it and run to the north and hold up. But this explains it, because he took up residence in the Delphi Mansion with the Celestial Codex, which is also where this second shard is. They hadn't decided what to do next. They had dispatched a group of adventurers led by a woman named Elra Lionheart. She had some companions. But they never returned. They are interested in hiring you to acquire the second fragment of this celestial so that they can use their magic to rejoin them. And they're willing to pay.
This time I'll write it down.
I wrote it down.
Yeah. What was the name of the adventuring party leader again?
Elra Lionheart. I'm going to type
Thank
it
you.
here just for spelling purposes.
And who stole it? I don't believe you mentioned.
She did not. It was an acolyte of Selune, but he was not a devotee per se as much as a sage. His name was Marcos.
Okay. What can you tell us anything about Marcos?
He was a sage staying at the temple. He was a follower who would provide expertise for Selunites, specifically to kind of pay for his room and board. He was a good person from a wealthy family, and he is out of Waterdeep, but he's lived here for years, and his primary preference was libraries and studying. They find it very odd that he would have stolen a book, but they find it odder that he would leave the shard at all, let alone leave the city walls and travel to a abandoned mansion to the north. They know the book is there. They've used divination. They know he is there. They know the book is there. And now they know that the second fragment of this celestial is there.
Okay. What can you tell us about this Delphi mansion?
They don't know a lot about the Delphi mansion as in terms of uh, modern history. It was owned by the Delphi family who died out or were killed or moved away during the fall of the city is really all they know. They turned over some information to Elra at her request, but as she said, they never came back. One of the things that they turned over to Elra was a sketch of the mansion.
And how far away is it? Where is it?
It's roughly 3 hours north of the city.
All right. Let's see. And the codex, is there any way we can identify it?
She tells you that it's bound in silver and gold filigree. It will be very, very easy to recognize, especially in an abandoned mansion. Something of that magnificence would not have lasted long with looters.
And how much are you willing to pay for this work?
She tells you they've discussed it. They are willing to pay the party 250 gold each for undertaking the mission now. They will pay the party an additional 100 gold if they can bring Marcos back. 200 gold if they bring the Celestial Codex back. And then another 100 gold if they bring Marcos back alive. And you can tell, especially compared to the last mission, they consider this to be a very high priority.
What if he doesn't want to come back willingly?
And we get
And she
100
kind
gold.
of she has a slightly deadpan look, and she says, if it reaches the point where we have to hire adventurers to resolve it, we allow you to make your judgments.
Fair enough. Cool.
All right. Well, I'm happy with that. Everyone else?
What's happening?
We're gonna get paid a
She-
lot of money to go and bring a guy back here.
Oh,
Find a
fantastic!
book.
My kind of job.
She tells you that she doesn't know where Elra went. They know that they left the city traveling north, presumably towards the Delphi mansion. They might still be alive, but travel with caution.
What if these other adventurers are still trying to do this job?
She doesn't believe that to be the case, but they have a separate contract with them. They will honor both contracts.
Okay.
Yeah, very well. We accept. We'll get underway on this. Just want to clarify, was that 250 gold each up front?
It is.
Oh ho.
Yo, yeah, I'll gladly take that then.
Do you think it would be possible for us to find information about the Delphi mansion in the city before we head out? Or does that seem unlikely? Like, would that seem unlikely based on what they've told us so far?
I mean, you could try, but and I'm not saying it's impossible, but it wouldn't be, as far as you're gathering, it wouldn't be extremely likely just because it's an outside of town. It's probably somewhere in town. You absolutely could give it a try.
Yeah, realistically, if there was much to find, they would probably just know it and give it to us.
Pretty much. And I mean, they had a little bit, but it's a noble family, a minor noble family that didn't have the funds to exist inside the city for whatever reason, and so they either died off or left or something of that nature.
Well, alrighty. And it's so nice and nearby. I wonder what horrible thing is going to happen to us in the spooky mansion outside of town.
It will be fun.
Nothing bad ever happens to us.
Yeah, no, we face it down.
So as it is midnight, it's up to you guys. If you guys want to stay another day and do some shopping before you leave, it probably would be wise.
Wouldn't be a bad idea to get some more healing potions and whatnot.
Yeah, definitely.
They're willing to sell you healing potions at a discounted rate of 25 gold. They only have 5.
Might as well buy one each, guys.
All right.
Yep. I have 2 apparently already, but so if somebody else.
We keep buying them. I know I have 2 already.
Why do I have like 2 sets of 2 on here?
They're probably dropped separately.
Yeah, I look. Looks like I've got like 4 on my person as it is already. I mean, I'll still take another. You never have too many potions of healing, so.
Need to start using them.
Yeah.
It sounds to me like Ben's asking me to give him a reason.
That's what I heard.
No, I'm good. Thank you kindly, but no.
Hey, sir, can I have some damage?
Boop. They hoard all the healing potions. Oh!
Never should have come here.
All right, we don't have a soundboard for this. All right, well, okay.
You know, I think that would only just kill my warlock, Tony.
Killed your wizard.
Oh yeah.
So, I'll leave it up to you guys. I think the wise thing is to give you guys the time to get your any type of
Get our affairs
traveling
in order.
gear, get your fares in order, get your any equipment upgrades that you want to do before traveling, because you are leaving the city. Not far outside the city, but leaving the city.
Make sure your will's in order, etc.
I didn't
should buy some
say
more
that.
rations.
I implied it, but I didn't say it.
Alex asks if we need mounts.
No,
Bad
Oh,
idea.
I can turn to a steed. I forgot about that.
You can, but you don't have to.
Bad idea. How much do horses cost? Let me find out.
I can turn into a horse for an hour.
That's crazy. What?
Or no, sorry, I can summon a horse. I can summon a horse for an hour.
Why can you do
that?
that?
I don't know why I thought I could turn into a horse.
Fucking running sideways.
Alex wants
It's
to know
that
how a
wi-
drunk can turn into a horse.
Because he's drunk, that's
It's
why.
that weird Bojack horseman thing.
Yeah, I could just imagine that fucking horse, man. That'd be a disaster.
How many miles away is this place? 30?
Not a whole lot. I mean, it's traveling towards the Neverwinter Woods, so
A riding horse is 75 gold to buy.
yeah, you could buy it.
I could buy a horse. What's a paladin without a horse after all?
All I can see is the fucking Ren turning into a horse after he's fucking flat drunk and just like running around trying to neigh.
I could just drink more. Horse has bigger stomach.
Am I losing my marbles or am I hearing cats in the background?
I don't know what
You're
you're
not
talking
losing
about.
your marbles.
All right.
Aw.
I think you are.
That's Ren
I hear
trying to
nothing.
neigh.
Oh,
Big ass horse. Meow. Alrighty. So if you don't have any shopping to do, you can move on about your week. We'll resume with the party heading off to the Delphi mansion. Ambrose, horse-wise,
Mhm.
as a general rule, having played D&D as long as I go back to the point where I remember when I had to actually carry horse food, and it's
Yeah.
there's rules for that in D&D. We're not doing that. So carrying a horse, having a horse, essentially involves an actual expense, lifestyle expense type thing. Super easy. If you want a horse, you can have one. They do need to eat, though. They do need to be stabled.
That
We
makes
can
sense.
deal with that. We can deal with that later. It's pretty simple, to be honest. It's not overly expensive.
Sounds good. Yeah, I'll think about it because if we're I imagine most of this campaign is going to take place inside of the city anyway.
It is.
But having a horse would be pretty cool. So, you know, I'll put some thought into it and see what I think.
And I believe, depending on your, just so you are aware, depending on your lifestyle, there's certain lifestyles that include it.
Certain lifestyles come with horse for free.
No, come with stabling for free.
Oh, free horse.
All right. Other than that, have a good week, guys. And let's see. I see the messages coming in. I don't know what that one said. I'm glad I switched over for that. Let me find out.
Is there a CR difference if the horse is stoned or if it's drunk?
There isn't, but there should be. So for a riding horse, the CR is 1/4. For a war horse, it's 1/2.
Gotta
And
go with the
if
war horse.
I mean, you can use mounted combat if you build your character that way.
I say, yeah, one of the subclasses for fighters is Cavalier. I'm like, I don't think I'm going to be doing that. I'm having too much fun just punching shit to death.
All right. Enjoy the week, happy people. We will depart to the north. Yes, you can absolutely. No worries, man. You don't need to worry about that. But yeah, you could be a basic version, a basic bitch horse.
Regular horse, regular horse.
Oh, funny. Alright, well, I guess we'll go ahead and we'll call this here then. Thanks, everyone.
Yeah, sounds
Yeah,
good,
game,
guys.
everybody.
Game.
See you next week.